coucou YouTube, si jamais vous voyez cette vidéo. J'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve pour un jeu dont je ne prononcerai pas le nom parce que mon accent anglais est dégueulasse et en français c'est encore pire. Mais on se retrouve pour un nouveau jeu et c'est le premier chapitre qui est gratuit. On va voir, si jamais c'est bien, on poursuivra, enfin j'achèterai le reste du jeu et on poursuivra. Merde, bon j'ai lancé, voilà. C'était pas prévu. Et c'est un jeu à choix, du coup, encore une fois. Mais je me suis pas spoil, je connais rien du tout du jeu.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert!
Hmm?
Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do
Agir.
this. Trust me.
On peut peut-être jouer à la manette en fait. Ah. Vas-y, on fait confiance à la maman.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to von Borchert.
Par contre, ce que je comprends pas, c'est que c'est en France. Pourquoi ils parlent anglais? Après, c'est peut-être des Anglais en France, tu me diras. Un mois plus tard, ok. Je sais pas du tout en quoi consiste le jeu. Hein.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Ok. Je sais pas combien de temps le chapitre dure.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from
Well,
him.
I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son. You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine
Big
you
up.
must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Attendez. Ah, on peut pas gérer le... Ok. Bon.
Are you all right?
Ok.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay for what you've done.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what?
Ok.
This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Je sais pas si c'est le genre de jeu où il faut bien fouiller ou pas. Ou si c'est linéaire de ouf. Genre, est-ce qu'on peut fouiller des trucs? Je sais pas trop. On peut courir? Oui.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Ah. Choix de classe. Ah, c'est intéressant. Le diplomate brille en société, orateur de talent, il sait éviter les faux pas et impose ses idées sans froisser ses interlocuteurs. La politique est son domaine de prédilection. Occulte. L'occultisme est maître des faux-semblants. Convaincu de l'importance du savoir, il a accumulé de riches connaissances en sciences et en arts. Utiliser les autres pour arriver à ses fins ne lui pose aucun problème. Détective. Le détective excelle en investigation. Il est entraîné à remarquer les moindres détails, tant dans l'environnement que dans ses interlocuteurs. Homme de terrain, il n'a pas peur des approches directes. Ah. Putain, je sais pas. Choix difficile. De base, je me disais diplomate, c'est pas mal. Mais en vrai, ça, utiliser les autres, ça peut être cool. Et détective, ça peut être très pratique. En vrai, j'hésite plus entre les deux là. Parce que bon, dans les jeux, généralement, j'essaie de faire les bons choix. Alors, utiliser les autres, j'avoue, je pense que ça va me faire chier. Genre, limite, si le jeu nous plaît, ça pourrait être une deuxième route qu'on fait où on fait full manipulation. Ah, mais attendez, choisir une classe détermine vos compétences primaires. Les autres compétences seront accessibles, mais seront plus chères à débloquer. Donc on va peut-être partir sur diplomate, ce qui nous rendrait le jeu assez facile au début, je dirais. N'a pas peur des approches directes. Putain, je sais pas. Je m'attendais pas à avoir un truc comme ça, en fait. Il est entraîné à regarder les moindres détails. Enfin, à remarquer les moindres détails dans l'environnement que chez ses interlocuteurs. Bon, je vais rester sur mon idée première. Allez. Alors, diplomate. Débloque des compétences cognition linguistique. Gna, gna, gna. Votre passé vous octroie 1 point de compétence en manipulation. Votre passé vous octroie 1 point de compétence en psychologie. Alors. Persuadez vos interlocuteurs par la termine. Oh putain, j'arrive pas à lire. Persuadez vos interlocuteurs par votre détermination manifeste et votre attitude. Adoptez le comportement adéquat à chaque situation et formulez des flatteries ou des insultes voilées. Oh, j'aime bien ça. Oh, j'aime bien. Exercez votre compréhension de la géopolitique. Détournez l'attention et changez de sujet pour éviter de répondre à certaines questions. Ça, c'est pas mal aussi. Traduisez toutes sortes de documents et conversations. Ok. Deux points restants pour le niveau 1. C'est quoi? Lisez les comportements des gens comme un livre ouvert. C'est pas mal du tout, ça. Alors, je pense que je vais prendre ça. J'ai combien de points, là? 7 points. Ah. Ah non, j'ai 3 points. Mais pourquoi vous disposez maintenant de 7 points d'effort pour utiliser vos compétences? Ah non, attendez, j'ai rien compris. Ça, c'est les points pour augmenter les niveaux. Et on a des points d'effort qui nous permettent de faire les actions. Attendez, je vais mettre ça. Ok, donc ça, c'est niveau 1. Lisez le comportement des gens. Ok. Et ça, je peux pas l'avoir visiblement pour l'instant. Ah mais non, mais j'ai plus de points. Bon. Maintenir carré pour valider. Ok.
Well, I've devoted myself to the interests of France to the best of my abilities. A few years ago, I had a brush with some of your fellow countrymen.
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away, thanks to a little diversion I came up with to keep the sans-culottes away. Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
How could I forget a woman such as yourself?
A woman such as me? What a sweet talker you are. Remind
Oh.
me how we met?
Vos compétences vous donnent accès à des choix et des actions uniques en échange de points d'effort. Plus le niveau de compétence est élevé, moins le coût des points d'effort est élevé. Retrouvez les compétences. Montre-toi séduisant pour lui faire perdre le fil. Ok, donc on va utiliser ça.
Emily, I am marked for life. I'm sure you leave your mark on every man who crosses your path.
Pardon?
That extravagant uniqueness, with its rare blend of whimsical banality and cat-like curiosity. There's a veil of mystery around you that only adds to your charm and your curves. You would enchant any man.
Hold it, Louis. You've lost me there.
It's as though you have several women hidden inside you, Emily. I mustn't share my true feelings about you. If I ever dared, I...
No, dare not, Louis. Better that way.
Mhm.
You go and take a deep breath, and we'll forget all about it.
Hey, Emily, you've gone all red. Are you blushing?
Oh, ses lèvres, elles bougent pas.
Right, time to go to the manor.
Vos compétences vous permettent de découvrir des détails cachés. Sélectionnez l'élément le plus cohérent avec la situation pour les découvrir. Les opportunités ne consomment pas de points d'effort. Il suffit d'avoir débloqué la compétence nécessaire à la situation pour y avoir accès. Ok.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Personnalité. Chaque interlocuteur que vous rencontrez sur l'île possède une personnalité propre qui le rend vulnérable à certaines compétences et immunisé à d'autres. Savoir exploiter cette personnalité est crucial pour mener à bien vos projets. Les immunités rencontrées vous desserviront et vous laisseront épuiser, tandis que les vulnérabilités exploitées vous rendront des points forts. Trouvez les immunités et vulnérabilités dans l'onglet Journal du menu. Afin d'accéder à vos pages du menu.
Emily, please.
Alors attendez. Immunité logique. Duchesse anglaise, proche de la couronne. Très discrète sur ses origines, Emily n'apparut sur la scène politique anglaise qu'après son mariage, que certains qualifièrent de mariage d'intérêt, avec un vieil aristocrate anglais sur le déclin. Libertaise moderne mais discrète, elle prit sur elle de tisser rapidement des liens avec ses pairs. En quelques années, elle devient la diplomate préférée de la reine, ce qui motiva probablement son premier ministre, William Pitt, à la prendre comme conseillère particulière, provoquant ainsi beaucoup de suspicions et de jalousie. Habituée des lieux, Emily répond à l'invitation de Sir Gregory Holmes pour rejoindre l'île de Mortimer, car rien ne lui ferait manquer l'une de ses fameuses réceptions. Ok. Immunité logique.
Excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Talent. Vous obtenez des talents en réalisant certaines actions. Pensez à regarder leurs conditions de déblocage et leurs effets. Ils donnent des améliorations très intéressantes. Alors attendez. Talent. Multiplié par un 5, obtenir des compétences de diversion, niveau 3, les tickets de conversation. Réussir une opportunité vous rend maintenant un point d'effort. Vous gagnez un point d'effort supplémentaire lorsque vous consommez de la gelée royale. Équiper un manuscrit augmente également le niveau de votre compétence de 1. Ramasser un consommable vous en donne un autre. Ouais, bon, il y a pas mal de trucs, hein, en vrai. On va avancer, ça devrait se faire naturellement pendant qu'on joue. Et là, il y a des trucs.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Ok. Alors, je sais pas trop à quoi ça sert, ces trucs. Genre, les trucs qu'on regarde, c'est simplement des... Ah non, il y a des trucs à ramasser, là. La gelée royale restaure 2 points d'effort. Vous ne pouvez pas emporter plus de 5. Ok.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Ok, donc nos points d'effort ne se rechargent pas tout seuls. On va lui faire un petit tour là.
Good evening,
Ah,
sir.
bon.
May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I have an appointment with Lord Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Holm?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
That handkerchief belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But, sir,
I'll speak directly to your master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Of course, sir. Please, take it. On that note, I must leave you, sir. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Alors, ah merde. Attendez.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think.
Bah merde.
What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Ah, voilà. Journal. Là, il y a le serviteur. Vulnérabilité, conviction. Ok. Ok, ok. Bon. Alors, j'aimerais aller faire un tour ici, voir ce qu'il y a. Ouvrir la grille.
It's locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
Crocheter la serrure, j'ai pas encore ce qu'il faut. Ok. Bon, on verra ça plus tard. En tout cas, j'aime bien le jeu, j'aime bien le principe d'avoir ta classe. Et selon ta classe, tu peux faire des choses et pas d'autres. C'est intéressant, je trouve, comme principe. Enfin, c'est pas novateur, hein, mais j'aime bien.
Latin inscription. Nessis, mi fili quantile produncia mundus ergatur.
Merde, c'est avec cette touche-là.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Merde. Attends, alors attendez. Lord Mortimer. Immunité, conviction. Problématique, ça.
There's no way
Merde.
I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
Ah! Ah, faut que je cherche des trucs ici, du coup.
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Ok.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Ok.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Gelée royale, ok. Il y a des petites lueurs bleues, à chaque fois j'ai l'impression que c'est un truc à voir, alors qu'en fait non. C'est des reflets.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Ok. J'ai vu qu'il y avait les lettres. Hein. Tac.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look.
Hmm. On va regarder, hein.
Probably a Dutchman. Hôtel de Cluny, Rue de Mathurin, Paris. I guarantee this letter is for my mother. The address is a hideout for the Golden Order. If you write anyone over there,
Voilà.
you have to watch out in case someone's reading your mail. But who is this Samuel Ritter de Choix? Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You've never talked to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who's this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Eh bah, parfait.
Ah, it's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken. Rumor has it that he's very close to the Queen. Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud, very attached to the aristocracy, and close to Louis XVI. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Ok. Alors, du coup. Immunité, étiquette. On va pouvoir monter, du coup, maintenant. À moins que... Attendez. J'ai la barre de fer. Est-ce que je peux pas... La barre de fer. Est-ce que je peux pas ouvrir ça? Voilà.
Clearly, I'm
Bon.
not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Bon. On n'a pas ce qu'il faut. C'est quoi, là?
A wooden floorboard. Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Ok. Ah, mais il y a autre chose, là.
Hey,
Oh.
there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest. Somebody replaced it recently, but looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here.
Il y a un truc en dessous.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, It's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Les manuscrits permettent de s'instruire au cours de l'aventure. Chaque début de quête, vous pourrez choisir vos lectures et gagner ainsi des points de compétence permanents.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. An iron key completely rusted.
Voilà,
You never
prendre.
know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Ah, on peut prendre le sac carrément.
The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. Shit, those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. But what does all this mean? Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. And the bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days.
Ok, bon. Je vais pas prendre le
Right,
sac.
That's enough. I think I better leave her bag here. If she hid all this, it's because she thought she might need it later. For crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger.
Ok, bon. On va monter. Merde.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop? Impressive.
Ah, my son, I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always
Début de la
come to me.
confrontation. Durant une confrontation, vous devrez franchir les étapes en vous montrant le plus convaincant possible. Les confrontations ont des conséquences sur la suite de l'histoire. N'hésitez donc pas à utiliser vos compétences. Chaque confrontation affiche une interface indiquant à quel point votre interlocuteur est convaincu.
Thank you, my son. I'll bet.
Je peux pas avoir des infos sur lui là? En éminence, le cardinal machin. Orateur, émérite. Toute sa carrière pour servir au mieux les principes de l'Église catholique romaine. Homme de science, philosophe à ses heures, il bénéficiera rapidement de l'écoute du pape, qui le nomma en toute discrétion cardinal. Cette relation de confiance lui permit d'aider... Ok, bon, on n'a pas d'infos sur lui.
That in mind, I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certain. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Mother passed her passion for art to me. Ancient art. Very ancient.
Putain, ça bug, c'est trop chiant.
Didn't know your mother was an art lover.
Mainly pre-Christian objects, which are believed to have unique properties.
Well, how interesting. Now that you mention it, I can indeed imagine Sarah getting interested in that.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you? Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Richet's word with the same fervor. Ah, I would expect nothing less.
Parfait.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Alors, confrontation, dernière étape. Pour la dernière étape d'une confrontation, vous devez convaincre votre interlocuteur avec une réponse positive. Si vous donnez une mauvaise réponse, cette étape se répétera jusqu'à ce que vous donniez une bonne ou que vous soyez à court de maladresse. D'accord.
Your Eminence, if there's one thing you can count on, it's the value of a promise made by a de Richet. Respecting our commitments has always been the pillar of our family, and nothing nor nobody will prevent that from happening. Since you know my mother, you should know that a de Richet always keeps their word. You can be sure of that.
Thank you, my son. It is most reassuring.
You're
Et ben
welcome,
voilà.
especially since I promised you nothing, my friend.
Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Richet. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son, be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Éléments cachés. De nombreux objets et indices sont cachés. Certains d'entre eux peuvent avoir un impact sur le déroulement du jeu, donc n'hésitez pas à explorer. Bah voilà, ils ont répondu à notre question, il faut fouiller. Alors, du coup, on a eu sa faiblesse à lui. Non? J'ai cru. J'ai cru qu'on avait eu un petit truc qui avait pop. Ah non, on a eu... Non, on a peut-être eu son immunité à elle. Conviction. Ok, bon. Ah non, bon, je sais pas. Parce que là, c'est Mortimer, conviction, mais ça, on savait déjà. Bon, je ne sais pas. Et dans l'inventaire, du coup... On a beaucoup de choses, hein. Est-ce que je peux rajouter des trucs? J'ai pas l'impression. Et là, c'est très... Gagner un point de compétence en manipulation. Les compétences de la classe diplomatique vous coûtent moins cher. Ok, bon. J'allais appuyer sur R2 pour checker le... Attendez, ça s'est regardé. Merde.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
J'allais utiliser R2 comme dans D3 pour regarder autour de moi les trucs qu'il y avait à
Saturn
faire.
devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Ok, qu'est-ce qu'on a à voir? Il va falloir fouiller sévère là. Là.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
On embarque l'ouvrage. Ça nous servira sans doute.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door.
I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Ça va pas être 2 fois la bouche quand même.
Lord,
Yes.
Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Allez.
Vision is more important. Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.